My name is Aaron Heisler, and I'm a 2007 full-time honors MBA graduate from Baruch College. My undergraduate degree is actually in theater with an acting concentration, and I spent several years working professionally in theater and dance, along with the fact that I worked professionally while I was in undergraduate school. When I had graduated from undergrad, I was given some books on You're an Adult Now, Managing Your Personal Finances, What's a 401k, and that kind of reawakened a love I had as a kid of numbers. I took up a self-study program and kind of reading business strategy books, reading about financial markets, reading about entrepreneurship, and that was my hobby while I was working in theater and dance. So I'd go home from the theater or go home from rehearsal and check on my stock portfolio or check out the latest marketing campaign from one of my favorite companies. Several years later, I was considering a career change. My mother-in-law suggested an MBA as a transition point. So I started looking around at programs and what was out there, and when I came to the open house for the Baruch program, I was totally captivated. A huge school, lots of resources, lots of connections in the heart of Manhattan in New York City, and this tiny little program where they admit only very highly select candidates. I think I came in the door with probably 8 or 9 ideas of things that I might want to do, and by the end of my first semester I was up to 20 or 25 things. And really the rest of my career was about not only expanding what the possibilities were for me, but also narrowing down what I really wanted to do within that. During your MBA at the Baruch School, you are assigned, or your group that you come in with is considered a cohort. They're a group of students from all over the globe, from all walks of life, from all types of backgrounds, and you're all brought together and thrown into this challenge of getting an MBA. You're forced to learn about a number of aspects of running a company, of how people work, of how businesses work, of how commerce works throughout the world. And nobody is an expert at all of them. The faculty administration here is very careful at assigning people together who are of different walks of life, have different levels of expertise and different skill sets, so that there is a great strength within that team. And you push each other, you prod each other along to develop skills that are weak, to get better in areas that you're strong. You get to develop relationships with the professors, with each other. In my class, we still get together regularly for drinks. Some of them are best friends of mine. Other classmates of mine have actually gotten married to each other. And it's amazing to see these people that you went through school with go face to face with the challenges that they had to deal with. You know, maybe it's not knowing anything about marketing, but being forced to take several marketing classes and understand how that works and what that does. Or maybe it's people who had no background in psychology or managing people and having to understand why people do what they do in the management classes and come to understand management theory. It forms bonds that are unbreakable. And that's one of the best aspects of getting an MBA is the network that you build and your classmates. New studies will come out, new research in management theory, all of those things will change, but your classmates and your friendships will go on forever. And absolutely, they're one of the best things I got out of my MBA education, without a doubt. Baruch is located here in the heart of New York City, which obviously is one of the capitals of enterprise in the free world. The school itself has numerous connections to industries not only all over the globe, but very specifically here in New York City. The faculty have worked in those companies. Your classmates have been in those companies. They've worked at those places. They have friends there. You have guest speakers who come in from almost any industry and any role that you can think of. People come on campus. You have CEOs from numerous companies come in to speak here, CFO level individuals, as well as the people who are one step above you. The alumni that have been out for a year, 2 years, 5 years, they're coming back on campus. And so the connections are just all over the place. You really get to know how to overcome obstacles. And that confidence stays with you forever. I've been out for about 3.5 years now, and that confidence that I can tackle almost any challenge put in front of me is one of the reasons that I think I've been very successful in my career thus far. Knowing that I can walk into a situation and assess the pieces that are important and relevant and figure out what needs to happen and how it needs to happen is a direct result of the challenges I got in my MBA and the basis of education and all those various topics that I got throughout my MBA.